Hey, and welcome to episode 5 of the Paid Insights podcast, where we analyze and deconstruct other companies' ad campaigns so you can learn what to do and what not to do for your business. Hey there, and welcome back to the Paid Insights podcast. In this episode, we are going to analyze the keyword phrase renter's insurance. So we're going to look at the top 4 ads that show up, and keep in mind that, Google is personalized and localized. So what I see very well could be different from what you will see, but that's okay. We'll go through it. And we'll look at the top 4 ads, and then we'll also look at the landing pages that you get to after you click the ad. Now, I just want to point out that I didn't actually click the ads. There's ways to get this information just kind of by inspecting or by looking at what's shown and then putting it into your URL bar, without the Google click information. So I didn't click anyone's ad to do this or any of the episodes that we look at. But so the top ad is by Geico. And so keep in mind, you want to keep your ad as relevant as possible to what people search. So if I type renter's insurance, I likely want to see something similar in the ad that makes me feel like you will provide a solution that aligns. So Geico's ad says, Geico Renters Insurance, get a quick 5-minute quote today, which is great because, it shows that you can get in and out. They say you could save on renters insurance, and then it says free quotes, so kind of lowers some of your resistance. You'll be in and out. It's free, 24/7 service and claims, so it talks about a little bit about their service. And obviously Geico has a big brand, so they're well known. And then they also have a review extension. It says rates are some of the lowest we examined. So this is another kind of third-party endorsement, and I find those tend to work well and give your ad a little boost. The second ad is from Acuity.com, and it actually says Colorado Renters Insurance. So that means that they have campaigns likely by state, and so because I'm in Colorado, they show that. So I think that's great because immediately that pops out to me, and makes it sound like they are helping me where I live. And people care about themselves when they're looking for something. So that's important. And even in the display URL, it says Colorado Renter. So another kind of reinforcement there. It says quick, simple, and affordable. And then it says, get peace of mind by knowing you're covered with the best renter's insurance policy. They also have a review extension from the Better Business Bureau. Says A+ rating, 15 years in a row, which is actually a nice, kind of a unique way I've seen people use the Better Business Bureau. A lot of people will just say A or A+, but adding that 15 years in a row really kind of shows that they've been around a while. And then they also have site links. So it says, get your renter's quote, renter's insurance truths. So it's good to see that the site links are related to the search, which means they've done a decent job, or maybe a really good job, of making sure that their campaigns and ad groups are tightly themed. Next is Progressive Insurance. And the title of the ad just says Progressive Insurance. It doesn't actually say renters, so I think that's a negative for them. Their display URL does say renters, which is also bolded, you'll see. And we'll have all the screenshots and links to the landing pages in the show notes at paidinsights.com/episode 5, so you'll be able to check all those out. Progressive does add a little more in their description. They say affordable renters policy. It looks like a site link, or maybe it's an automated one, says, is renters insurance right for you? 4 questions to ask. So They do have a little bit about renters, but it's not in the title, and it actually doesn't look like they're using the expanded text ads. It looks like their ad is a little smaller, so I think they have some work to do there to improve their search ad. And lastly is top 10 renters insurance, affordablehomeinsurance.org. And it looks like it's a lead reseller. So, you come in, get a quote, and then they will send it off to a bunch of other insurance companies. So these are pretty common, and nice benefit. It says 100% free quotes. It says 24/7. Twice it says 24/7 free online quotes and 24/7 quotes. So that's a little redundant. Maybe they're testing that out, but I'd probably try to say something different, and that's in their call out extensions. They also say 2-minute quick quotes, discounts, and official site, which actually seems a little misleading because they're not an official site for anyone. So, yeah, that one's number 4, and probably just because they don't have that brand recognition doesn't really stand out. And lastly, I just want to jump back up to the Acuity ad. They have a star rating, which really stands out. It's orange. It's a totally different color than the other ads, and it says 4.5 stars. So I would, immediately your eye goes to that one. So that's it for the ads, and now let's take a look at the landing pages for all of these ads. The first ad is from Geico, so we'll look at their landing page first, and it goes to a very kind of stripped down, simple landing page specific for PPC. I'm guessing the URL actually says landing page in it, and it says, let Geico help protect where you live and what you own. And it says start renter's quote. So it's good to see that it's specific to the renter ad, and then it asks you to enter your zip code and continue. I think that's great to see that you only have to enter one field to move on to the next step. And by making those sort of micro commitments, it keeps you engaged and more likely to complete the entire process. They also highlight some features and benefits below. It says you could save with the multi-policy discount and outstanding coverage at a great price, and get protection for your valuables, things, and knickknacks with personal property coverage. So kind of stays consistent with that renter's insurance theme, has the gecko to reinforce their kind of brand as well. One thing I don't like about this is that the logo on landing pages, a lot of times companies will make them so you can't click on them to get back to the regular website, and Geico is exactly the same as a lot of sites, so you can't click their logo to go back and browse their site. The only thing you can do is fill out the zip code form or leave. And actually that tends to perform better for landing pages. That's kind of a best practice, but it's just a personal gripe, I guess. Sorry about that. My dog was happily welcoming people walking down the street. So the next landing page is Acuity Insurance, and I actually really like this one. It's really bright and colorful. There's little floating hearts and clouds kind of moving around on the page, and it just kind of makes you feel good. So another thing they do well is we clicked a renter's insurance ad that was, remember the ad also said Colorado? And when you land on the page, they have 2 fields that are pre-selected. It says renters, for the type of insurance, and then Colorado is pre-selected for the state choice. And I'm not sure if they do this based on the ad, or maybe they use some sort of kind of location tracking or Google Maps API or something in the background to figure out where you're at. But it's kind of a really, really nice touch. And your option is basically just to click a button that says get a quote. And then from there, you can continue the process. And if you do click that, they continue that nice kind of bright, colorful theme. And they give you a nice progress bar across the top. So it says, quote started, step 1 of 5, and asks you to put in your address for the first step. But I like the progress kind of UI that they do. It really makes you. Sorry, I was exiting the quote. Really makes you feel like how much more you have to do and where you're at in the process. So get a good user experience. And right away you see 200,000 renters we know we value their valuables, and 96% claims satisfaction for Acuity customers. So great stats you see right there above the fold. And as you scroll, you also see the little rainbows and hearts and clouds kind of float along the side. So it's kind of a neat little touch. They have a nice testimonial, gives you some more information about their service, and then as you go farther down, and it allows you to get a packaged quote. So auto and renters is pre-selected with Colorado, and you can get a packaged quote right there as you scroll down. So they kind of, in a way, upsell you as you go farther down the page. It's kind of a neat touch. And then continuing, they let you leave the website to go to auto, or leave the landing page to go to auto, home, and motorcycle. Answer a little bit about their company, why choose them. So show some smiling people, smiling faces. Yeah, I don't know. I've never even seen the site, but I really like how they do things. So no issues with Acuity. Next is Progressive. And remember, Progressive didn't say renters right in the headline, but they said it in the ad, in the description. And it's similar to Geico, where they show Flo, their kind of spokesperson, right there. She's handing you the keys, and it says, peace of mind comes standard, protect all you own, whether it's at home or with you. And your option is to choose or to enter your zip code, and renters is pre-selected from a list of different types of insurance. So that's a good user experience that one's already started for you. It also says, protect yourself in 3 essential ways: replace belongings, cover living expenses, prep for mishaps. So little highlight with features and benefits. And I think they do this a little better than Geico, where they show some little better imagery. Geico is just a list of text. So one problem with it, though, is that it's a little lower on the page. So I'm on a 1080p monitor, and the actual text is below the bottom of the page, so you have to scroll in order to read those. But then when you scroll, you can't, you lose the button and the get a quote option until you scroll back up. So it's could be done a little cleaner, I believe. And also similar to Geico, you cannot click the Progressive logo to go back to the rest of their website. And it's clear that this is also, it's a paid landing page. Their URL says /LP for landing page, /renters for the renters page. So, yeah, pretty standard. I'm sure it performs well. Progressive and Geico are massive companies, and probably spend millions at the least on these ads. And lastly is that kind of lead generation site, affordable-home-insurance.org. And this one just looks scammy, to be honest. There's a picture of a house with this kind of sunburst thing going on behind it. It's looks like a kind of cheesy stock graphic they found. It says, affordable home insurance, get fast free quotes, asks you to put in your zip code, and then homeowners insurance is pre-selected, even though we search for renters insurance. So that's a bad user experience as far as pre-selecting the type of insurance. And then it has quite a bit of information about home policies and affordable home insurance, and why it might be useful. It's kind of small text, and it's not broken up very well. It's hard to read. And it says, get your free quotes, and I don't know, too many. It does not look trusting. There's no trust symbols anywhere on it. It does say copyright 2005 to 2017, so They may have been around a while, but they could easily do a better job without a lot of effort. So that's the 4 landing pages. I hope that was useful to you. Remember, you can check out all these pages, and I'll have screenshots of the search with the ads and all the landing pages, links to those. And that'll be at paidinsights.com/episode 5. That's the number 5. And we are doing a giveaway, so be sure and leave a rating and review if you found this helpful. And we'll be giving away a copy of Ask Gary V in the middle of February. Thanks, and we'll see you in the next episode.